season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll try to get outside. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and then shoved, saving the touchdown.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, no! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Pulls it in. It's Barry. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs.
Yeah, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. The pitch. There he goes down the right side. The 50. The 40. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown Seminoles. Great job out of the back on the option.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make him tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what we just saw in that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Another look at this Bulldog offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running to Green.
Return runs it out to the 40. And your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
Not for real. Florida.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Pocket breaking down. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
That makes the score Florida State 16, Georgia 14.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you.
Makes the catch on the left. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Seminoles want to move quickly.
A nice passing game on this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed
you
by
get
the
your
third
Jaguar
quarter.
today. Put that down. You get that Jaguar today.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. The toss to the outside. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And the old school toss play, huh? We'll just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. How about the offense both teams put on display in this first quarter? Huge early numbers. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll move the wide receiver. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Berry. Turning it on. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He makes a grab, and he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. He'll set up to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Big fella moving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Throws to the tight end. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this. Breaks into the open. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Holstein. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Rifles it down the middle. He's got it on the outside. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Finds his man. It's Gibson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The Knowles have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. He caught it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the 1st down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the 1st down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Touchdown, Knowles! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. At the 35, he's open. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. There he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! Better fasten those seatbelts. These offenses are cruising.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed That was a perfectly executed play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Holstein. Here's the pressure. Got his man downfield. And he's still running after the move. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Offense changing the play. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Touchdown Seminoles! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. To the ground with the back. Oh, he can't hold the catch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big game has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
It's complete on the right side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop.
Oh my God, how does he
getting jacked up
that?
about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more
dropping
momentum to this
time.
spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
And just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
Caught close to the marker, it's Taylor. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They get to him as he throws.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Makes the grab past the marker. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They've done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
And they can't...
Give me that. Oh, you just go. Oh, no. Damn. That's nasty work. Very, very nasty work. Oh. The brother said, I leave. It's down the floor just again. It's crazy. Hopefully, some of you